Rolling 12-6.
He was just practicing his aim there, wasn't he? Just no pressure. Oh, now we're ready.
Listen, just like me, he landed this morning. I think this kind of a game erases all jet lag.
Yeah, it's the cure. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought just destroying the best team in the world? No longer tired.
That'll wake you right up, won't it?
12-6. Here we go. Weapons in hand. Device with the AWP tapping away his Magisk. A little bit of damage done to Obo, but no big deal.
Between Blameth and opening kill on Device, that's not at all bad. He was very aggressive.
I like that.
I was going to say, between Jason Lake and Blameth, there's a good amount of shouting on this team. Oh, the backstab is in. He wanted to get out to help in mid. I can't really blame Obo. They've thought that was going to be more of a push there. He got shot in the back instead.
And listen, that might be like the first maybe mistake caused by getting lost or by getting fooled by the attack that we've seen in this half, so fair play. I mean, you'll take that one. 3 players with such a convincing take of the B bomb site. No reason for these guys to risk their utility, risk their money. It's going to be a strong buy in the next round for Complexity again. But Astralis creeping closer, and with 5 players surviving and a victory as well, does wonders for the economy.
It helps out a lot.
And it just stops the streak.
Yeah, the ridiculous.
Good God, it's been 7 in a row.
But here's something. I mean, it's a bit of a shame for Complexity that these aren't AWPs and M4s that they're able to save. But even the fact that they're sort of doing it, because actually Astralis didn't do that many rounds. There are a lot of rounds where Astralis lost that they actually lost more or less everything, which is also uncommon. That is another strength of theirs historically. That even when you do win rounds against them, it's not completely defeating. So could be interesting if Complexity could keep this up economically. Obviously, if they break their own economy here, it's broken by Astralis. That's going to be an issue, but that's a bit of a power play for Device.
It's good to see Astralis flexing a little bit in the other direction now. You know, Device just kind of taking matters into his own hands, going down middle for the pick, right beneath the smoke. Still a scout in Poison's hands. No reason to spend money when you already have that weapon. He's got 6K built up behind it. And again, fast pace. This is what worked in the previous round with the AWP. Now it's Dupree with an AK-47. Plenty of smokes and players in position to take advantage. Only 2 defenders, Obo and Blameth, and they're not working together.
No, they need a lot of kills. They do line up for Blameth, and he gets a double. That's more than you could have asked for. And now Obo needs to get out. Yeah, and he has to find a way, because if he stays there, again, he could easily get shot in the back, but that's impressive for Blameth. He could have easily just been traded, and that would have been probably the end of the round. Rush now sneaking in. Oh, the timing. Sip is going to be there, and he gets taken down. That seems like he got absolutely cheated out of a sure victory there. And now it's a 3-on-3.
He got robbed, but you could see it coming. That player was slowly just creeping away from his crosshair. Poison, and this is where the trouble is with that scout, or maybe not. A headshot right through the corner of the door, and now he's back to the A bomb site. That's low HP on Glaive. Glaive's a bit scared to do this on his own. Device out in the open, that's a big risk.
Poison's not even scared, he's just running for it. Does get a bit of a flick in, but not quite connecting. He was close, and they gotta be careful again. Glaive is just a bullet away from death, and he's close to the edge. He's gonna be going down, that leaves Device now. 1 versus 3, a jump just to confirm it, and he tries for it. He's really crazy now. Device, he should not be winning this. They gotta be careful right here. 30 seconds, don't let him take the fights. Wait for him to plant. He looks for the shot, but Conflict will take him down. Saving the round, and putting Complexity at 13. That was a moment that they nearly got too hyped in that 1 versus 3.
Yeah, those clutches will clean up as they get some more experience together, but they certainly gave Device every opportunity to win that. Some one-on-one fights on that ramp, and still another buy coming in for Astralis. One more obstacle for Complexity to survive. 6-round lead.
But if they do win this one, that'd be something. Config down to 30 from jumping past the middle. Just a shot through the door.
At a certain point, it was Obo and Rush leading the way for Complexity. This has become a very team-wide effort from Complexity. 3 players on 16, Poison on 14, and Blameth on 12. No one shooting too far up, and no one not doing their share.
It's a positive sign as well. You have to imagine that will help out just the feeling afterwards, even in the game, right? No one is just feeling like they've been dragged through the game. Everyone can be a little bit proud of what's going on. Yeah, 6-round lead. They've got long, though, Astralis, and that's dangerous with Dupree down in the middle. If they have any success at long and Dupree finds the right timing to push through, then it's going to get tricky. Here are the smokes coming in, still 55 seconds on the clock, and the Priest is waiting in there, and nobody's challenging him at the moment, so let's see how successful they are here, Astralis. I feel like this is a lot of space to give a team like Astralis to work with.
Yeah, but there's so many players here. Oh, a gap in that smoke, a rare mistake. Oh, Poison really needed that shot. Dupree is lurking in middle, rush in the site. Obo's gonna add 1 kill onto it. He's on catwalk, and still Astralis have not been able to make the cross.
No, they're really slow about this, and Rush will follow it up, taking down Glaive, and it's sort of crumbling right at the precipice of the A-bomb side. It's Rush again, taking down Sip and Dupree. He wanted to be there a little bit later. He wanted that bomb plant. He wanted more of a distraction at the A-bomb side, and he never got it.
That must be the most uncharacteristic Astralis round. I think that is where you see more than anything the Rust coming into play. A very weak, disjointed hit onto the A-bomb site. Some missed shots that are normally a lock for kills, and Device gonna try and save this weapon. He knows he's being hunted, but he's been shot from behind, from catwalk, and everything is taken from Astralis.
You mentioned that gap in the smoke, a lot of little details that you don't really ever see out of Astralis, so that's interesting. Good tracking from Obo.
This is the one where it's interesting. Glaive goes down. Yeah, there's some good flashes from Poison, but you know, another player just left all on his own. Zip has nowhere to go.
You notice something cool as well. When Poison misses that shot, him and another teammate on catwalk immediately turn to go fight on catwalk. They're so mentally prepared for the idea that, okay, like rather than shooting through the smoke, let's make sure that we're not getting backstabbed and that we hold that catwalk control. So just some tiny details that are worth, you know, looking for.
They have some theory down, and obviously they've shown us some very cool things, which is interesting considering BlameF in an interview just said, you know, they didn't have the greatest boot camp. There was still a lot of things that they were fixing, which is going to be true for some time. But reading that interview, it painted a much darker picture in my head. And yeah, we mentioned Astralis might be a little bit rusty coming into this, but not this rusty.
Maybe they were lying. Maybe they were just setting us all up.
Sandbagging.
Sandbagging. Oh no, that's dangerous, Obo. Though he'll save it. If he would have gone down, and he absolutely could have, that would have been 2 rifles, and Poison would have been left alone with an AWP over at long. So it would have been all kinds of bad. He's still got to be careful here, but he's on point with that AWP. And he's got no issues at all. Taking down Device and Dupree. It's about to be 15 rounds for Complexity. I can't even believe I'm saying that.
What's up with Bulgarian just cranking out AWPers?
I don't know. They've got something going on.
Yeah, something in the water.
They found a way. Bulgarian talent factory.
14-7. Glaive's got to be scratching his head at this point. They're going to have to go on an 8-0 run to force overtime, or something miraculous here from the in-game leader. I like this. Complexity playing very disciplined. Everyone playing with distance, everyone just sitting back, no one making a mistake, everything's covered for the moment, and everyone can just fall away once they get the information. Nobody has to commit to a fight.
Yeah, they had that one versus... Woo! That's a fantastic headshot.
Get banged out.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
That was the same angle. He just won that fight twice, but this time Glaive a little bit quicker. But yeah, they had the 1 versus 3 against Device that they almost gave away, so I can't blame them for not wanting to do that.
It's a scout, though.
It is a scout. The grenade will help out, and the flashbangs to follow it up, and all the patience paying off here. 15-7, ladies and gentlemen. What a wild start.
This started out 5-0. It has been a 15-2 run to get to this point.
How many people at that point, at the 5-0 point, do you think said, you know what, now's the time for me to get something extra to drink? Like, I'm just going to walk away and it'll be all right. And you come back, you know, 5 minutes later and you think,
like, yeah,
what?
this is about how I expected things. Let's go watch League of Legends or something.
Yeah,
now here we are.
Amazing stuff, isn't it? As you said, they would need an 8-round run, Astralis. They do at least have the money to start that run with, and it is not out of the question. But what a way to get this series started.
Why is everyone looking backwards? Like, Zonic, what do we do? Please help.
Help.
Call the timeout. Pull the cord.
Oh, they're loving it right now. So, some opposite reactions.
Enjoy it while you can. Vertigo's next.
That's a good point. I was about to say as well, it seems unfair if Astralis managed to make Vertigo one of their maps that you sort of have to ban against them. Then they have that and Nuke against almost all teams. Yeah. That's too much, you know. That's 2 maps out of the 7 that you just know people probably won't be able to pick. So
yeah, things weren't already unreasonable. BlameF holding the line, and they double up. Poison had the leg on Dupree, and that might seal this first map. Poison going for more, peeking towards top mid. There's the jump, but he's even got that. He's having a pretty special game so far. Poison going for more, peeking towards...
think just trying to set the pace of this round, saying we'll beat you to that corner and then we'll open it up, and that's going to be the start of something big. And instead they get absolutely shut down. Poison looking into the middle, a little bit scary, but he's found the right angle, and that's